be showing y'all how I do my small box braids all the way down past my butt on my TWA, which is a tiny weenie afro. And yes, I know I have my edges out, and so what, honey? I cut my hair, I'm bored by choice, not by force. So I'm going to use a comb with a rat tail end, and then I'm going to use a clip, but not the big purple one, because listen, honey, my hair ain't that motherfucking long. Stop playing. I'm going to use the silver one so I can hold my hair in sections, and then I'm going to use my Groo so I can moisturize my scalp. And I'm going to be using African Collection Xpressions 1B color. I wanted to add in some color, but I only had like some leftover platinum blonde hair, so I was going to use that. And it's the same type of braiding hair as the Xpressions. It's just platinum blonde. And I know my face is all tore up, but this is my resting bitch face because I'm concentrated more than a motherfucker, honey. I need to get this shit done. Because I know that I'm going to be doing the middle part, it really doesn't matter to me how big or small that I do my parts that are going to be covered by my middle part. So I'm basically going to be doing medium size parts for my braids, because I know that my middle part, because I'm going to be doing it so small and close together, that it's going to be covered by those braids once it's all finished. So y'all will see what I'm talking about, because that part is not how small my parts are actually going to be. They're going to be much, much more smaller than that at the root of my part. But y'all will see that build up as the video continues. So because I'm using this as a protective style to grow my hair, I really didn't want to include my edges in the braids, especially because they're so long, and I didn't want to cause traction or any like baldness on my own self. So I just left them out so that I could continue promoting healthy hair growth. So if you're wondering why I left my edges out, that's why. Oh yes, and I cut my hair because I decided that I didn't want to get relaxers anymore. I was tired of how thin it made my hair, and I just didn't like it. I wanted my hair back to its fullness and its thickness and its curliness of how it was before I started getting relaxers. So I was like, I'm just gonna cut it. Plus it's 2020, a new year. Fuck it. I don't care about what nobody else to say or what they think. Like, pussy still good, period. Anyway. On top of that, it already started growing back because I had it cut much, much more shorter than this. And this is only like a 2-week growth. I forgot to take pictures of how short I had my hair when I first cut it, because I had my wig on. But it grew fast. So that's why I'm really not even worried about it. So this is what I meant by it was going to build up to cover up the parts of them being bigger underneath of my part. See how I made them smaller once I started getting closer and closer to my part? That's all that mattered. So yeah, that's what I mean by how long I have them, all the way down past my butt. And for the back, I basically did the same thing by doing bigger parts and then building it up smaller and smaller as I got to the top to fill it in. Now that I'm all finished, I'm going to be showing y'all how I dip my ends to make them extra straight. So I put a pot of boiling water on, as you can see in the background, steaming away. And I'm going to go section by section, and I'm going to dip those ends into the boiling water and dry them with a towel. So I'm going to straighten out my braids to make sure that it won't be no kinkiness when I dip them in the water. So I'm going to drop them, pull them up, drop them, pull them up, drop them, pull them up. And I'm going to take my towel and I'm going to dry them and pull straight down. That way the straightness is still there, because when you're dipping them in the water, you're causing a pattern of how you want your braids to be. So if you want your braids to look straight like you just left the shop, that's how they'll be once you bring them out the hot boiling water. So I'm going to repeat all of those steps until all of my ends are right. But I just want to let y'all know to be careful when y'all dipping your hair, because this water is very high. It can burn y'all. And also be careful, because after you're done doing this, you need to not put a scarf on or anything, or lay on your hair, anything that could mess up the ends, because right now your hair is still able to be formed and shaped any type of way that you put it, because they're freshly done. So you need to let your braids hang down and not be tied up or anything. Because you know how some people bring two braids from the bag and use it as a hair tie to tie their hair up? You shouldn't do that, because it'll mess up the shape of your braids. So now that I finished dipping my ends, my hair is all done and it looks good, honey. It looks good. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and follow me on all my social media at Pretty as Zay. That's PrettyAszayy.